Before we get into this episode and the special interview at the end, I just want to say thanks to FX for bringing us down to Comic-Con and providing us this space to record. Enjoy the episode.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Escape Pod. Thank you so much for escaping with us. That's Andrew, and I'm Alex.
And as always, with great power comes great alien Earth ability. As you can tell, we are not home.
No, we are at a new place with a new set, and it's very cool, very sharp.
It says our name.
It does say our name. It's a very professional setup going on. There's a lot of different cameras.
There's a total of 5 cameras, all of which are more expensive than everything in our set.
100%.
100%. So this is really freaking cool. Later on, we will be talking with a couple of people from Alien Earth. This is an alien-themed episode, if you could not tell.
That's correct.
Thank you to FX and Hulu and Alien, the franchise, for having us out.
Yeah, we're very excited to be here. We're excited to be talking about this franchise that we love so much.
Yeah, I mean, you could not have glazed
Alien Romulus
more. And I was also unbelievably high on it.
And
we went to see it multiple times.
And you really like Alien, and you really like Alien.
Yeah,
So here we are. We have seen the first episode of Alien Earth, but
so we'll talk about that.
Right before we go into that, and before we have the guests on and everything that we've got planned, does Alien Earth have the greatest posters for a TV show you've ever seen?
Yeah, no, I'm so glad you brought that up. Alex has some stuff planned for me that I don't know. He did not tell me he was going to ask me this question.
Yes.
And we live in LA, so there's a lot of posters in LA.
Yes.
I've seen them online. I've seen them in person in LA. They've taken over half of the Hilton. Have you seen that? It's just all a giant Xenomorph thing. There's one in LA where the billboard, the tail of the Xenomorph comes off the billboard, and it's freaking sick.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, they're great.
They're great, but like, how good is this with the reflection of Earth in the Xenomorph?
Yeah. And that as like
the alien egg
thing
from the original poster, but it's Earth.
No, they're
so
cooking.
Cool.
They're cooking.
Obviously, like, we'll go over this a little bit in our review. I mean, over there you can see the face hugger covering Earth. I mean, it's just incredible. Obviously, we'll get into this more in our like actual review of the show. But like the Alien franchise, you know, going to Earth was probably like a natural conclusion. Like, I feel like we were always going to get here because it's such a creative choice, but I mean, they really knocked it out of the park with the advertising.
And I'm not a posters guy. You know this.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not a suit guy. I'm not a poster guy. I don't really care how things look that much. I'm not, is this movie too gray? How's the color saturation? But when something's really good, I do sometimes take notice.
Yeah.
No, it's a good point.
And so we'll just move on to our review of episode 1 of Alien Earth.
Okay.
I don't think we need to do scores out of 10. We'll do scores out of 10 when the series is completed.
Sure.
But let's talk about our positives, our negatives, how we're feeling about it, etc.
Yes. So we got an early screener. They said that some of it might not have been finished, but from what I saw, like,
it looked great.
It looked great. It's a lot of fun because of mainly the stuff they are setting up.
Absolutely.
Like, episode 1 kind of just introduces you to a lot of different, number one, concepts, and then like characters, and then basically like situations that I all found really particularly interesting, especially in the last half where they kind of all start, like the storylines started colliding.
Converging,
Yeah, at the end. And are we doing spoilers?
We can call it
We'll call spoilers when it's ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought it was good. I thought it was a good pilot, but it's exactly what a pilot should be. It's setting up a million things.
Yeah.
Like you said to me off air that you, after the first episode, were excited to see the second episode.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it, where there are some spots where the first episode didn't really wow me, but the situations that are coming, I think, are going to be the wow factor.
Those are interesting enough.
And I trust, you know, we Noah Hawley is the man with the plan, the man behind in the chair, right? He wrote it. He directed this first episode. It's his idea. He's the creator of the show, and he's a genius, right? He made Legion, which is a show that I just adore, and Fargo, which is very critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
So I trust him completely, and I know some of where these are going, and that I have no idea where some of these are going, and that's really exciting. Something we have to talk about. It is an alien show. What did you feel about the horror aspect and the creature aspect? Because that's really important in anything alien.
Anything alien related needs to have that. Some shows or movies, when they start doing spin-offs, or not spin-offs, but like expanding the universe, because
Yeah, yeah.
obviously there's movies and now there's, we got TV shows coming and everything. They stray too far away from what makes the original. Like, you need to give us something new. I'm always preaching this. Like, when you do a remake or something new, you need to
justify its existence,
but also keep the core of what makes the franchise good.
Yeah.
And what makes this franchise good is what we're looking at, the freaking Xenomorph, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I was a little worried that this alien Earth, because I hadn't seen a lot of the trailers or whatever, I was like, is it going to be too human focused? Is it going to be too this, too that? And they give us plenty of human conundrums, which again, we'll get into spoilers. But no, in the first episode, this is not really a spoiler, you do get some Xenomorph stuff.
Yep.
You see some face huggers.
Yep.
And the cool thing is, I don't think we've ever seen some of these new creatures.
Yes.
But there are a couple of new ones that really will make you feel so uncomfortable. There's a scene where you're like, you can feel it, bro.
Yes.
And it's so gross.
Yes.
So yeah, they're great. They're great. And it did make me happy because I was sitting there like worried that this wasn't going to be in there. And it was.
Yeah.
It was in there.
No,
Yeah.
I'm with you. Something I really liked before we get into spoilers, because I think we're getting to that point.
Yeah.
Something I really liked in the first episode was that it starts very similarly, or if not the same way, that many alien films start. It's a very simple premise that we're very familiar with.
Yeah.
And it immediately doesn't do what we expect it to do. They shy away from that. It's kind of a Uncle Ben situation where we've seen it enough. You don't need to kill Uncle Ben in front of us for a 50th time.
Yeah.
That's what it was in this show, where it's like, okay, I know where this is going now. I love it because I love the Alien franchise and I love Alien and Aliens and Alien Romulus. But I've seen this before, and then it's like, oh no, that's actually not what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a lot of fun. I thought that was really creative and cool the way that they did that and just kind of cut away, because we know what's happening, right?
Yeah.
Face hugger and you can get on somebody, and then there's gonna be out of the chest, and then yeah.
Freaky. See what I'm saying?
I do. You want to hop into spoilers?
Yeah, let's call it.
For episode. So this is spoilers for episode 1 of Alien Earth. There's your spoiler warning. Let's hop into it.
Okay, so here were the things that they were setting up in Alien Earth episode 1 that were freaking sick.
Yes.
Okay, so number one, the moral question of the 3 different variations of trying to achieve eternal life.
Yep.
So one of them was just the what's the androids? They're not androids. They're
Synthetics.
synthetics is what they're making now. Those are the new ones.
Yeah.
So there were 3. There was like putting human hybrids, and then there was not android. Was it android?
I don't remember.
Frick. Well, there are 3.
We're doing a terrible job.
We're doing a terrible job. He pops up here in a second. I saw him, but they're the ones that are in every one.
Those are synthetics.
No. What's the one where you put in the kid's brains in the kid's thing?
Those are hybrids.
Frick. Those. The hybrids are the new ones, basically, that I've seen. Where it's like Neverland is what they call it. It's literally an island where they're trying to stay young forever, and they're taking these like 10-year-old kids and they're putting them in synthetic, not real bodies.
Yep.
And so it's weird because now they kind of have like superpowers. They're super strong. But
they've got the mind of an 8-year-old. It's kind of a Shazam situation.
And the kid is even like, why are we doing this? And why are you putting me in a body that's not a kid? And it's like, because you'll never grow. Like you have to start as a human. So you're putting this child in a adult synthetic fake body. And then like some people in the show still treat them like humans. And then there are some that are like, you're not human anymore, but you still have the same consciousness. So extremely interesting premise. Like I was really actually enjoying it. And it's like, why is eternal life something to be desired? And like the boy genius, who we will be talking to later, the guy who plays him, why is he doing this? Why is he using his money to create such things? And it starts getting really weird because you do it with the one kid and you're like, okay, this is our test subject. And then they bring in a bunch of other kids and now there's like a team of kids. He's just like kidnapping children and like taking their brains and putting it into robots or whatever. It's
and with the first girl who becomes Wendy, right there. Wendy, you have at least a little bit of an argument because Wendy is really sick.
Yeah, well, all of them are.
Oh, are they all sick?
There was a girl.
They all have their own. So that's the thing. But it's like, what happens when Boy Kavalier, the billionaire genius, trillionaire guy, what happens when he starts pushing the needle and it's not kids? And they do explicitly explain that the reason it's kids is because adult brains are too complex to put into the body. But obviously that's what Boy Kavalier wants. I'm sure he just is looking for eternal life.
Yeah.
That's probably where we're headed. But it's a fascinating premise.
So that was like one half of the show, basically.
And another thing they mentioned is because they're in these bodies, these essentially robot bodies, they cannot feel regular emotions. So are they going to grow like a regular human? Probably not.
Yeah.
Like they're not, like the certain emotions, and they need to regulate their bodies and this and that. So it is so fascinating that Wendy does still feel the love for her brother that we see in the first episode, and she's still willing to put herself at risk or in harm's way to save him if she can in any capacity. That was really fascinating.
Yeah, because they basically said that like they're trying to mimic the hormones and emotions that normal humans go through.
But that's not an exact science.
No, it's not. And they even asked Wendy after the procedure, like, how are you feeling? Like, do you still feel things? And she's like, yes, it's just quieter or like more subdued. So it's like still in there, but it's so. That was one half of the show that I thought was particularly interesting. And then the other half is more normal alien stuff. We have an alien ship where things are going wrong. And
Weyland-Yutani Company is running amok. They're causing problems, as they always are.
We've got space, specimens that we're bringing. This guy.
Yeah,
what the frick is he?
He's a Weyland-Yutani synthetic.
Synthetic.
Yeah.
Okay, that thing. And then there's one more.
Yeah.
And he's, there's always a synthetic evil guy.
Always.
So he's on some sort of mission with Weyland-Yutani, effing stuff up, and aliens are running amok. And what I thought was particularly interesting, maybe this was what you were talking about, you expected to see the aliens start running amok, but they kind of skipped that. And I actually thought it was pretty cool storytelling-wise, because like you said, we know what happens. It's a spaceship, things go wrong, now there's a xenomorph on the loose, and basically it cuts all that and just cuts to the last human dying, basically. But we didn't need to see all that, because then it leads into how the storylines converge.
And now there's a xenomorph on Earth, which is fascinating.
Yes. But the other thing about Earth is, so there were three things.
What's the other thing about Earth?
The aliens, the creatures, right? And then the synthetics, the Neverland, those two things. But then also, they kind of set up this entire world as like, not a utopia, but like not a post-apocalyptic, I don't know what the word is, but like the whole Earth is basically run by like 4 companies.
Yeah, 3 companies, yeah.
I thought Boy Genius was the 4th one.
Prodigy is the 3rd one.
Okay.
Weyland-Yutani, and the one that is irrelevant.
Well, we'll see. But it's basically like these trillionaire. He's the youngest trillionaire ever.
Yeah.
Inflation.
It's only in 100 years. We're going to have trillionaires in 100 years.
I'm sure we will. And we're going to have freaking xenomorphs. And
this show takes place in 2120.
Superhero adult children, and it's going to be super weird.
The minds of... it's just a bunch of Shazams running around.
He has like a utopia city, where it's like his city, it's his company's city. So the whole world is also controlled by Weyland-Yutani, who's sending this ship into Prodigy's city.
Yeah.
So now, and then obviously the synthetic children or the hybrid children are going into this battle zone. So now you have this super complex, morally questionable team of kid robot people going into this city where a ship has landed with a xenomorph and all these other little creatures. The other creatures that we were talking about from Alien Earth with these little worm freaking things.
But they're like cockroaches kind of,
and they got little freaking arms. Didn't like that at all. And they're landing on people's faces, dude, and they're sucking their necks. Freaky.
Gross.
And they're blowing up into blood bubbles, dude. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I like the xenomorph. I don't like the xenomorph because he's scary and he can kill me. But like, at least I can see him freaking coming. Those little ones were on that guy for like a solid 5-10 minutes and he had no idea. Frick that.
I'm just really excited for the rest of the show. Now, as everything, we'll be judging it pretty harshly. And we expect it to be at a certain standard because the Alien franchise has been at a certain standard so far. Yeah. But I'm feeling good about where we're leading and the creatives behind this. And, there are plenty of actors that we really respect and love in this show. Her brother is played by Nemec from Andor.
Yep.
He's wonderful.
How many human characters, not to be mean to the children, but if we don't count the children as humans, we've got Boy Kavalier and then him.
Boy Kavalier, Nemec from Andor.
And then some of the soldiers he's with.
Timothy Oliphant, I think, is a human.
Is he though? I think he might be a synthetic.
Good question.
I wasn't sure for the
but
whole
he's
episode.
a weird looking synthetic. Why would you make a synthetic look like that? I think that's just like his choice. Maybe he grew up in like the 90s or something. He's a big Vanilla Ice fan.
What if they made a synthetic that looked like you? People would have the same question.
You're right.
Why did they make one that looked like this?
You're right. They would say, where is the chin?
Yeah, why?
Where is the jawline?
They messed up the neck.
Yeah.
They got to go back to the drawing board. No.
Why would they make a synthetic that looks so much like the offspring from Alien Romulus? Yeah, there he is.
Yeah. That's a synthetic. No humans choosing to do that with their hair.
What if he's just he's like a Point Break fan? And
If they made one of me, it'd be obvious that the creator was like a big Andrew Garfield fan. He just effed it up somewhere along the way.
You're getting real confident comparing yourself to Andrew
No,
Garfield.
I said he effed it up along the way. I'm Andrew Garfield light. I'm Andrew Garfield as if he's chopped.
All right, you're getting real confident with that. Shall we move on?
Yeah, what's next?
I've got. Let's just talk about in the Alien franchise. I want to talk about some of our favorite moments from the Alien franchise so far.
Are we ranking them?
You and I haven't watched every single piece of Alien media, and obviously we haven't seen the full Alien Earth series yet. We're very much hoping that there are multiple scenes from Alien Earth that belong in this conversation. But for me, 3 of the best moments are in order from worst to best. I think Ripley versus the Queen.
In Aliens?
In Aliens is
so good.
Is incredible, right? She's in the mech.
Yeah.
Get away from
Fighting
her, you
it.
bitch.
Alien, the space open up.
Yup. I think that's electric. Obviously, the design for the Alien Queen is incredible. It's iconic for a reason.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's my 3rd favorite moment. 2nd favorite moment is from last year's Alien Romulus. I think the entire Offspring sequence is a game changer.
That's crazy that it's not number 1.
I know, but you'll appreciate what I have at number 1.
Okay.
But that whole sequence is unreal. Like the first time you see that Offspring down the hallway and it's like crawling.
Yeah.
I mean, you could hear a pin drop in the movie theater. You heard everybody's in the theater's butts just clench up really tight. I mean, and then you've got the jump scare later on in space when the music starts to swell up like we've won, and then
boom.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I rewatched it the other day and it still got me. So that's one I think belongs.
That would basically be your hybrid design.
That's what I'm thinking. You have no idea how many comments we got.
Dude, it was like, Alex, you didn't tell us about your cameo in this freaking movie.
Yep. That's why Heck I loves it so much.
Because he's freaking in it.
Yeah. And then my number 1 pick, and I don't think you'll disagree with this at all. I think it's the OG chest burster scene.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Even today, it holds up so well. No, Andrew.
When it runs across the table?
Sure, it's clearly not real.
It was clearly just like a little toy that they like scooted across the table, like it wasn't moving at all.
It's like
they
like
just pulled it across the table.
But who cares? It still looks good because it's there. It's practical.
Yeah, no.
And when you have Ash, the synthetic, when he's the medical officer, when he's like, "Oh, this is serious," like, and then they put him on the thing, and then he starts bleeding and everything.
Imagine seeing that for the first time back in whatever.
But I knew it was happening. I knew what was going on. The first time I saw Alien, I had already known about that scene. But even then watching it, like, it is incredible filmmaking by Ridley Scott.
That's why I freaking love on the set we have those VHS things, and they're VHSs of like things coming through the VHS, like an object from the Wolverine's claws or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And my favorite one is it's hard to not choose the Alien one. It's an Alien VHS with the chest burster coming out of the VHS. It's such a cool piece of art. I had to get it.
It's got the blood on it and everything. It looks incredible. It is one of the best things on our set.
What about Game Over, man? Game Over.
Yeah, that's good.
I remember I think the first one I saw, the first Alien movie I saw was Aliens, right? And then I went back and watched Alien and I saw Alien Romulus. But like the first when because you're dealing with so much in that movie, so much bull crap is going on, and they kind of think they're finally safe. They're behind these walls, and then they're coming through the ceiling or whatever, and you just feel for that guy. Game over, man! Oh, dude, it was so good.
That is good. There's some incredible action sequences in Aliens.
Yeah.
Like there's some where they're running down hallways and they're just blasting.
I do want to watch that one again.
I'm really interested to see something that I'm really interested to see in Alien Earth is how the acid interacts
with Earth.
Will it go through soil? Will it like cause problems? Because obviously it's a real threat in space because it could just chew through your spaceship and now you're in the vacuum of space.
Great scene in Romulus with that, by the way.
When she kicks the egg full of acid and it sucks them. But that's when the jump scare happens right after that. Oh, you're talking about the great scene in Romulus with the
I did say the word Romulus.
Zero gravity.
Yeah.
But I'm also talking about Romulus with the offspring.
She kicks the egg?
There's an egg. And it's the egg that the baby, the offspring was born in. But then
I thought he just came out of a stomach.
No, do you remember? It's the egg, and the egg like chews through and then you see the egg, and the egg opens up, and it's a human in there. And everybody went, whoa!
So she gave birth to an egg.
Yeah.
Poor girl.
Poor girl.
Like,
Isabella Merced.
Dang.
Best scream in horror history, by the way, is her scream when Navarro, the chest burster comes through Navarro. Chest burster comes through, she's got blood all over her face.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
good.
incredible.
It's good.
That's another scene that belongs in this.
So here's the thing, because all these freaking alien things are getting released into the city, right? And you got the military coming in and the hybrids coming in, whatever. Here's the thing. They can track big boys like this. If a bunch of these little cockroaches get out.
And they can fly.
They can fly?
Did we not see one of them?
I thought it was just used webbing, like it was freaking Spider-Man, like upside down.
Ooh. It's a good question.
But like, you can't. How are you supposed to
No, you're right.
spray Raid? It's not going to work.
No.
What do you think they're doing when they're sucking on you?
You think they're becoming something?
Well, that's what they always do. They go in your throat to make a thing. They suck on you to...
Really erotic right now.
I'm just saying. I mean, they've got to be reproducing somehow.
We'll see. I'm getting chills right now thinking about
Dude,
what
when
they
it was
could
like
be becoming.
coming down on it.
Stop it. So we've got two final segments I think are a lot of fun. I'm interested to see what your response is to this. I've got 5 groups of characters, or, characters individually, right? That we're going to be pitting xenomorphs against these characters.
Okay. So like a Would They Survive type thing?
Yeah. We'll get into a more traditional Would They Survive a little bit later.
Okay, so
but this one
versus
is more like a versus.
King of the Hill.
Yeah, it's more of a King of the Hill, but not because it's 5 different.
All right, I'll shut up.
But I want to know how many xenomorphs would it take to take on
Dang, there's got to be some powerful people.
this group. We're starting in the Alien franchise.
Okay.
We've got Ripley. We've got Rain Carradine. She is Kaylee Spaney's character from Alien Romulus. So
Just
the
main
2
girl, right?
final girls
Yeah.
from the Alien movies that we so adore. Versus how many xenomorphs would it take to take them down? Because Rain turns off the gravity and kills what seems to be 100 aliens? There's a ton of aliens in that zero gravity scene. And obviously Ripley is the alien expert. She wins an alien, guess what? She wins an aliens. How many?
I was literally just going to say 3.
Yeah, but it can't be 3.
But it can. She got lucky. She got lucky.
Ripley got lucky twice.
No, but she fought one xenomorph per thing. She had a team before. Like at the end, it was just one. So she was fist fighting in a mech. Do they have access to guns in a mech?
I'm giving them everything and prep time.
Oh, what are they, freaking Batman? Okay, I'll give them 20.
20.
Yeah.
Solid. Next.
They're smart, but they're going to die.
How many xenomorphs is it going to take down the MCU's Fantastic Four? Brand new movie from this, weekend.
I don't know if they can see it. There's like window on this side, and people are we're
actually an attraction. We're like
we're zoo animals. People are just walking by.
You know when you're walking through the queue at like Flight of Passage and you see that like Avatar and the thing? That's what we are. Like we're just glass that people are walking through to get to this alien attraction. So yeah, so how many?
Give them a show. Take your shirt off. No, don't actually. Good gosh.
How many xenomorphs to take down the MCU's Fantastic Four? Just came out this weekend.
Thing's taking a bunch.
Yeah, I agree.
Thing is taking a bunch.
How is the acid interacting with his rock skin?
No, he's fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's fine.
But we see the rock skin be deteriorated from one of those things because he uses it as a razor.
Yeah, Reed made him a special one. I don't know.
Reed's smart. He could figure out some serious...
Reed is smart.
Serious stuff with the Xenos. And that Sue Storm is tremendously powerful. And Human Torch. Xenomorphs are not immune to fire.
Dang.
This is going to be a lot.
This is going to be a lot.
Like maybe like 20,000 type beat.
Not 20,000.
10,000?
1,000.
1,000.
Yeah.
You think it's enough?
1,000.
I disagree.
1,000 is a lot. Are you giving them prep time too? No.
No, I can't.
Okay, then 1,000.
I can't.
Then 1,000.
You think?
I think 1,000 is a lot, brother.
I think I'm going more than 1,000. I think I'm going 10,000.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
But Xenomorphs are the ultimate killing machines. How many Xenomorphs does it take to take down Phineas and Ferb?
Dude, they got prep time.
I'd give them an hour and a half.
That's all they freaking need, dude.
None. Nothing. It doesn't matter.
Nothing can beat them.
Infinity.
They like their feats are like they're cartoons. Like it's cartoon verse rules. Like it's not fair. They built a freaking building to the moon in an afternoon. Like
Yeah.
it's not happening. It's not happening.
What if I give you no prep time?
They still have like
They're smart.
Their backyard is like tripped out. They have a rocket ship in their backyard whenever they want.
Is Perry stepping in to help them?
If they got Perry, that's going to be...
Because Perry can help in a pinch. You know, no prep time. Perry's still going to be adequate.
Agent P. With prep time, no amount. With prep time...
Without prep time.
Yeah, without prep time, I think they could get away from a few, but like I would say less than 100. 20,
oh, yeah, for
20,
sure.
30, 20.
Yeah, 20 to 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's where I'm at.
He's drooling again.
What's in there?
I don't know.
What's in that box? What's in the box?
What's in the box? Next.
How many Xenomorphs has it taken to take down Mace Windu from Star Wars?
This party's over.
Good line read, Andrew. Yeah, I think you nailed that.
I mean, the Mace Windu and the Clone Wars movie thing from like...
When he's just punching the droids. Yeah.
I mean, he could
I'm not giving you that because that's technically not canon.
I know, but that's
Mace Windu.
stupid that it's not canon. Mm-hmm. He takes down Darth Sidious, but Darth Sidious may have let him do that.
I think so.
You know?
I think he wanted to be in a vulnerable position.
What else does he do? He beats Jango Fett. Whoop-de-doo. I'm going to give him the same amount as I gave Phineas and Ferb, like 20 to 30, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think he could just push them away constantly? And his
I mean, we haven't seen him do that except for...
Yeah, but Mace Windu is extremely strong. He's the second strongest Jedi in the Jedi Order at the time of the High Republic.
Sure, but like...
Not the High Republic.
There are tons of freaking Jedis that lose to like clone troopers that are on the Jedi Council, right?
Yeah. But
And
they
they
were like blindsided. They were betrayed.
Xenomorphs are tricky. They're sneaky. What are you going to give him?
If it's like in a football field, like it's just a blank area with nothing where the Xenomorphs can hide, I think he could do over 100 comfortably.
Comfortably is crazy.
Because he force pushes them away and lightsabers them. I mean, yeah.
He's got to be dodging all the acid that creates too.
Yeah, but he's Mace Windu.
Where the frick did we go?
It does this constantly. It's going to come back. It's right now. It's going to be one of the cool
I'm not filming until we're on the screen.
Andrew, we only have 5 minutes left.
There we go.
There we go. See, I told you, it's one of the cool ones. So, all right. And the last one for how many Xenos?
How many Xenos?
How many Xenomorphs do you think it would take to defeat the MCU Trinity? Iron Man, Thor, Captain America.
Yeah, that's going to be 10,000.
That's 10,000?
That's going to be 10,000.
Well, I think Captain America is cooked immediately.
Nah, he has Mjolnir. This is Endgame Cap.
So this is Endgame, the three of them?
Yeah.
I still think he's cooked pretty quickly.
Freaking no. Man's got lightning.
He does. So he's got the ranged attack.
Yeah, he's got the ranged attacks. Yeah, no, I mean, Thor.
Iron Man and Thor.
Ready?
Cook.
Let me cook.
Yeah.
Let me cook. Infinity War.
Yeah.
Those things aren't Xenomorphs, but they're close. You know what I mean?
But when he's killing it with his shields, it's...
I'm talking about Thor.
I know, but like that acid would be coming on them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say Captain
Now
America's
who's horny?
dead. So, oh, shit. You got me. Okay, but yeah, Thor is taking out pretty much all of those. He has his way with those.
Yeah. So I'm saying 10,000 still.
You're saying 10,000?
I mean, just Iron Man and
How many
Thor.
Outriders do you think there are in the Infinity War battle?
Probably close to that.
I think more than 10,000, maybe. You
So
don't think
maybe 5,000. All right. We got time for like...
Yeah, we can be quick with these. I want to Would They Survive?
Sure.
With these FX Hulu shows. You ready?
Okay. Yeah, hit it.
Give me the Only Murders in the Building team Give me Selena Gomez, Martin Short, and Steve Martin.
I mean, if Steve Martin could make the Xenomorph laugh or something, distract it, but I don't think the Xenomorph has a good sense of humor.
Over under 8 minutes.
Well, they're in a building, so maybe they could go to like a different floor, so I'll give them over.
Oh, you'll give them over 8 minutes, but under an hour.
Yeah.
And then final one, the Always Sunny in Philadelphia team.
Just because I like them, I'm letting them live.
They're awful. They're the worst people of all time.
They're not smart either. Like, they're the dumbest people on the planet.
I think over under literally 2 minutes.
Oh, under.
Under, exactly. Yeah. And that's it. Thank you so much to FX and Hulu, and go watch Alien Earth when it comes out. Yeah, great.
Boom.
That was a good one. Welcome back. We are joined by the amazing creator of the series Alien Earth, writer, director, Noah Hawley, and one of the stars of the series, Samuel. Sam or Samuel? What would you prefer?
It depends if I'm in trouble.
Okay.
Fair.
All right. Yeah. So Samuel Blenkin, who plays Boy Kavalier.
I'm in trouble.
So let's just jump right into it.
Sure. I was going to, one for both of you. Start simple. What's just a high moment from filming or the creating of Alien Earth? Just a high moment you recall, one of your favorite things that pops to mind.
You know, when I walked onto that Maginot set for the first time, onto the bridge, I feel like it was, and down the hallway to the communications room. And, we were literal to the blueprints of the Nostromo. On the bridge, the comms room, we expanded a little bit, but, you've got 10,000 individual light bulbs in there. And,
wow.
But, you just revert. It collapses time, and you go back. It's 1979. You're watching the movie or whenever you saw it. And then the joy of watching everybody else walk onto that set and feel the same thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really beat that. Yeah. But I can throw in another one, which is kind of towards the end of the series. Ooh. Just getting to work with a couple of actors that I hadn't really worked with before, and that, there's a pretty intense scene in the last episode, and getting to sort of look everyone in the eye, and, that felt like the culmination of 6 months of work, really, and, how far we'd come from that moment when we first walked onto set right until the end. And
very nice. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, sorry, that's a spoiler.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We've seen episode 1, so there's plenty for us to wait and see.
We've got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Yes. And kind of building off of that also for both of you, what is something about Alien Earth that you haven't gotten to talk about on this press tour that you'd really like to highlight or talk about that you just haven't gotten the chance to?
Well, I mean, the craftspeople who made it, really, from our costume designer, Sudarat, to, Andy Nicholson, the production designer, all the camera team, so many people who left their homes and traveled halfway around the world because of their love of Alien. And I've worked on a lot of things with a lot of people. Alien is universal, and it's a movie that exists, it's not even a movie. Right, for people, it's part of why everybody got into the business, and so to be on it and to have, such a direct tie to Ridley and all of it was really meaningful.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
You have one, or is that?
I'm just with that.
We're with that.
We can. Yeah.
So this one's for you. You've worked on some amazing projects with like great histories, but is there something different about Alien specifically? Like, is there a different level of responsibility with this franchise specifically versus past projects you've worked on?
Yeah, there's definitely a feeling of responsibility. Yeah. But in order for me to like walk on set and do my job, especially with this character, I feel like I kind of have to jettison some of that responsibility and go, well, I own the room.
Yes.
Noah enabled me to so readily take up that atmosphere in the room and stuff. So yeah, you sort of feel the responsibility, but you also go, no, let it go, let's play and let's see what's happening in the room, And
you are the youngest trillionaire ever. So you gotta come in with a certain sense of
a certain sense of like, well, I own you, and
I can do whatever I want.
Exactly, that's the vibe, and that was refreshing for me because it's not the normal character that I get to play. So.
Cool.
Noah, I really wanted to ask. So Aliens on Earth feels like such a obvious step for the franchise, yet it's so completely different than literally everything we've seen from the franchise before. What were some of the writing challenges with pulling this show off? What were things that you thought would maybe be not the hardest thing, but were really harder than you thought? And what were some challenges that you couldn't have possibly prepared for?
Well, I mean, an alien movie is a 2-hour survival story, right? And a television show is the opposite. It is long-form storytelling about a large group of people that don't die, right? That you have to invest in emotionally. And so, I needed to build a world, literally, in a way that you don't need to do on an alien movie. But, luckily, after the 6 movies that I'd seen, there's surprisingly little mythology in the alien universe. There's a company called Weyland-Yutani. That's about it. How's humanity organized? Weyland-Yutani. How do governments work? I don't know. Weyland-Yutani, right? So, so I just chose this moment because I thought, well, we need there to be a reason to come to Earth now. And I thought about that moment in 1900 where you had Edison and Tesla and Westinghouse and like who was going to control electricity. And so that idea that the future of humanity, is it neural implants? Is it AI? Is it transhumanism? And whoever can answer that and owns immortality is going to control everything. And that seemed like a really great place to tell a story. And the Peter Pan analogy and the children, So basically what I did was bring an entire, mythology and story to Alien, and then, then the monsters are there to serve the story thematically, right? And not just to provide scares, although they certainly do that.
Yeah, we talked about that. That was like one of our favorite things about the first episode is setting up all these weird moral conundrums with Neverland and Eternal Life, but then also kind of converging them with the alien.
Well, that's the critical horror, right?
Yeah.
It's not just the body horror, the creature horror, it's the moral horror. It's Paul Reiser. Right, and they don't screw each other over for a percentage, right? And if you have a story about these children who've been put into adult bodies and they're trying to figure out, well, what is it to be an adult and what is it to be human? And you've got people doing terrible things and they're like, well, I don't want to be that.
Right.
What else? What are my options?
That's so freaking interesting. Yeah, I love it.
Sam, you're not in trouble this time. Sam, your character, Boy Kavalier, you're smarter than everyone. Your character in Alien Earth is developing technology that nobody on Earth could even try and fathom pulling off now. As an actor, what are ways that you can portray your character's genius to the audience besides saying like sciencey dialogue really confidently?
That's the main way, I guess.
There is no other way apart from the way that you just described.
Just say big words.
There is. I've tried everything, and that's the only way. No, I think it's the same thing that saves you whenever you're acting, really, which is like you listen. It's the way that you listen to other people, or it's like the attitude that you have to other people. So the kind of thing that I described earlier, like feeling like you own everyone, like that gives me a sense of status, just not getting too acting nerdy, but me as an actor, I'm really interested in status, and I use that a lot. Like, you are lower than me, therefore I'm higher, and that's something that I can hang on to without it getting, too constrictive.
Yeah.
So that was my way in, really, rather than the sciencey dialogue. Is just go, well, I pity you. I pity you because you're just so dumb. Yeah. Like that. Doing it from that way was another way, and I felt like
we'll do one more quick one about this, but we mentioned you play a trillionaire in Alien Earth. Just a fun one. If you had $1 trillion, what would be some silly purchases you would make, and have you thought about any silly purchases or hobbies that your character has made that we won't get to see in the show?
$1 trillion.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Well, actually, that's making me think of one. I don't think that's not really a spoiler, is it?
I don't know what you're doing.
So
I'm intrigued. I want to know what it is.
Yeah.
No comment.
You could definitely buy one of those.
There's something in the show
is.
that you would want in real life, is what you're saying?
Yeah, but I mean, if I had $1 trillion, I don't know what I'd do. Yeah. I'd buy a really nice little house by the sea in the south of England and give some money to my
Because
family.
you hate the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Stay there.
Last two things, we play a game on our show called Agree or Disagree. We read a statement and we just say whether we agree or disagree with it or not. I've only got two, and we'll bang through them. So the first one, hopefully, and I'll count it down 3, 2, 1. You can say either agree or disagree. So hopefully this one's easy, but agree or disagree. The Weyland-Yutani company may not have our best interest in mind after all. 3, 2, 1. Agree.
Agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We are getting to explore that more in the show, which is great. Last one. Agree or disagree, The Xenomorph is the greatest monster creature design in the history of cinema. It's tough. If not, what could be some competitors? 3, 2, 1.
Agree.
Yeah, we've talked about this on the podcast before we got this Alien Earth thing. Like when Alien Romulus came out, we talked about how great.
Well, because
the
it's
Xenomorph
3
is.
monsters in one.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's close to perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And
All
that's
right,
it. Thank
that's
you
it for
guys
us.
so much
Thanks,
for your
guys.
time.
That was great.
This
Thank
was
you so
amazing.
much.